Okay, hi everyone, welcome on YourPedia, and today my this interactive session is going to be very interesting because I'm sitting with one of my favorite students, Amrit Bedi. And Amrit, thanks a lot for the time you gave me today in your office in University of Maryland. I wanted to interact and record a session with Amrit since long. So I tried many times, could not do it. I in person wanted to interact with Amrit. He had wonderful academic journey. I am very sure whosoever will listen to the journey of Amrit, he will get inspired and he will start putting effort in particular direction. So Amrit, start करते हैं. I met Amrit when I started my teaching career in पंजाब रीजन ऑफ इंडिया. पंजाब में एक कॉलेज रियात एंड बहारा कॉलेज, वहाँ से मैंने कुछ टाइम 2010 में आई वॉज देयर इन दैट कॉलेज एंड आई मेट अमृत. Amrit was in third year that time. He was electronics and communication, and Amrit was very sincere student. And I remember Amrit entering my office one day and asking about in detail. And we had a detailed discussion. Amrit, that third year student, talking in detail about what to do in career and all. That was amazing. After that, Amrit had his journey. So Amrit, I start with you only now. Let's start from Riyat and Bharat third year when we met first. And after that, how was your journey? You went to IIT also. Till you came to US, वो थोड़ी सी जर्नी अपनी शेयर करो अमृत, including that you wrote GATE first time and your score was not good and then you wrote again. वो जर्नी थोड़ी सी शेयर करो for students over there.
Yes. Sure. Yeah. First of all, thank you so much for coming to the university and meeting me, and I'm grateful for your contributions towards my life and career. And Dr. Vajinder was one of the main mentors during my undergraduate days in Riyat and Bharat in Punjab. And we met in third year. I still vividly remember our discussion. I went to your office in the placement cell and asked I'm interested in the technical stuff. What should we do? I don't know. So he mentioned okay, there is an exam in GATE, and if you want to do something technical and want to have technical knowledge, you should go to IIT. Despite of the fact we were sitting in some other college. So he inspired me to take the GATE exam. First time I gave it, I couldn't score it, and then
You couldn't score it means you could not qualify it.
I couldn't qualify it.
Okay.
And then after graduation, I spent some time on working on it, on the preparation, and then I again took it, and I was able to get good score, and I got admission into direct PhD program in IIT Kanpur in signal processing and communication sub department of electrical engineering department. And then there I was fortunate enough to work with Dr. And he has been he's the wonderful supervisor PhD student can get, and he supported me, he guided me, he mentored me towards what is research, how you should do it, and what is the good quality research, and how you should aim higher in terms of doing research projects. And I had a wonderful experience, 5 years at IIT Kanpur, working with my supervisor, Dr. Ketan Najawat. And then I moved for my postdoc.
So Amrit, before we talk about postdoc, I'll be interrupting you because I want to record each part of that. So your first part was in your college.
Yes.
When in your college, everybody I remember during that time was running after jobs like TCS, Infosys, used to come in placement. You are the guy who told me that I want to be in technical. आपने गेट लिखा and first time you could not qualify it. Understand, we talked that time also. It is quite hurting. It is not very good that time. You went back home, I remember, and you were from Nangal Park. Effectively, you sitting at home and you preparing and got I think 1000 rank as far as you hit. That was quite good. I mean, आपने hit किया self motivation से. Then you landed up in PhD, and that was a direct PhD program. After BTech to direct PhD. वो भी एक बहुत बड़ा step होता है. Because students do not see their career so long, like 5 साल में अपने आप को commit कर दूं 6 साल. Now PhD, what is the best way to do PhD? Because I know during your PhD you have visited some of the very top universities, and you started exploring the universities during PhD only, US university. I want to tell students, Amrit, please tell them what is the best way to do PhD, because majority student PhD के अंदर demoralize हो जाता है and he does not know how to do it. उसको problems आती हैं professor से, research से, identity crisis आता है. What is the best way? How did you keep yourself motivated during PhD?
Yeah, so that's a very hard question to answer and a general question to answer, and I don't think there is any best way. It is a very personalized
individual
solution to it, individual because it depends on a lot of factors. It does not depend on just your hard work. Lots of like your lab dynamics, your institute, your timing of the problem you want to work, whether you are sure the problem you want to work or not, and like the problem you have decided to work or not is hot enough in the area that you can get publication. It's a very multi-dimensional like situation or a problem one would like to solve. But the very basic thing which would go long, which I feel, and even I like even in me that was missing when I started my PhD, is like passion for research. So if you're passionate enough to solve some problem on a bigger scale and the big picture is clear, which is very hard to do, but if some way like looking at the research papers or the people working in the same area, getting to know their journey, what they did, how they did, like what kind of problems they solved, what kind of impact they had. So if you can collect that knowledge to motivate you to go into that direction and try to solve the problem, we are able to solve it or not, that time will tell. We cannot predict, or there is no certainty that it will happen, it will not happen. But I think if you are deciding to take that risk and you think it is worth it, then only one should do it. Otherwise, that's the only prediction one can think, in my opinion.
Okay, Bedi, during PhD, you came for international conferences and all?
Yes, yeah. So
where and how many times? Yeah.
That's a very important thing. Like, right from the start, like we should look for like, okay, we want to do research and publish papers, and in that one should go for international conference. That really helps in widening the view, like how other people are looking at the same problem which we are working on, and it is very, very important to talk to other professors, other people at the university, interact with them. I was fortunate enough to attend like 2 or 3 international conferences. One I attended in Europe, and one I attended in US, and I think 2 in US. So during that conferences, I get to know, okay, like my perspective or my way of looking at the problem is not just the only way, or like that's not sufficient. How others are looking at it, maybe on a bigger scale, maybe in a bigger group, that has a very important impact, and that helped me in thinking more and being more rigorous. It's like, okay, whatever we are doing is not sufficient to be on a global scale.
But you also got the opportunity to be in US for some months, I think.
Yes, I came to US for an internship in my PhD.
Okay.
So that was a wonderful opportunity I got. So I was like,
So how that opportunity is obtained? Like बहुत से बच्चा PhD करता है IIT से, लेकिन हर किसी को internship नहीं मिलता abroad में, तो उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए?
So for that, I think the thing was like to connecting to the people and getting to know about the opportunities, because we don't know all the opportunities existing in the world. So when I came to, luckily I came to Washington DC to attend the conference. Here I came to know about the Army Research Lab also and other labs in the region, and then I met some people who were doing internships, and then I get to know that okay, there are opportunities, and then I also met people who were directly involved with ARL, and then I came to know like I can also apply for those opportunities and get them.
Wonderful. Now let's start our journey post doctorate.
Yes.
I mean, after doctorate, how your journey was?
Yeah, after doctorate, I had clear in my mind that I want to go for further research and do postdoc. And there were like I applied to multiple universities in the US and also research labs, because from my internship experience I knew there are also research lab opportunities. So I got some positions, but eventually I decided I'll go to the research lab to do my research. And then I spent like 2.5 years there doing my postdoc, or they are designated as like research associate. And there I like shifted into a completely different area of like complete machine learning and AI. And after that I came to UMD as a research scientist.
So Amrit, I also know that you tried in some of the institutes in India for faculty position, right?
Yes.
So can you share with us कहाँ आपने try किया था and where you got shortlisted finally?
Yeah, so I tried at multiple places in India, and I was also shortlisted like in some of the good IITs, but like due to my personal reasons, I couldn't like end up like.
You didn't join that.
I couldn't join, or I couldn't turn them into a good opportunity. It is a regretful decision, but yeah.
Okay.
But I had like my family reasons here back in US.
Okay. So now coming to University of Maryland.
Yes.
So what are you doing presently here, Amrit, and what future do you see for yourself in this country, especially with this university?
Yes. So yeah, University of Maryland is a wonderful place.
Okay.
And after doing research in a national research lab in US, I moved to a university setting. This is my first experience in an academic setting in US, and I really liked the experience here. It is very dynamic, and lot of PhD students you can interact with, and a lot of professors we can talk to, and they're working on cutting edge problems. We can learn from them. And I'm currently a member of like Gamma Lab, who is very much like focusing on robotics, graphics, and I am mostly working on reinforcement learning for robotics. And I look forward to this research opportunity, and I want to do like get max out of it, do my best effort to do good research here. And then future, I don't want to predict. We will see.
Okay, so Amrit, is teaching challenging profession in US?
Teaching is like I think teaching is in general is challenging. Specifically, if we want, because teaching is like transferring knowledge to other people, which is a very hard job to do anywhere, not only in US. But yeah, means here we need to also more focus on like research as well. So doing that balance is a key to do that. But like current, so that's.
So Amrit, how do you see your past 12 years after graduation? You were a student in a college in India, and now after 12 years you are sitting here in University of Maryland as a teacher. How do you see your previous years?
Yeah, I see them. I never thought about it. Now you just asked, but it is good. I do not have anything strong to say. It was just good.
It was just passing on.
It was great, and I learned a lot of things, and I hope to learn more in the coming future.
So Amrit is a very humble guy, very straightforward and humble guy. Amrit, any message you want to give to thousands of students who will be watching your video?
It's like the messages means definitely. I hope everyone is lucky enough to have mentors like Dr. Vijinder in their life, and that is very important. Like everything is important. Hard work is important, but means support of someone who can guide you when you do, because a lot of times we don't know what the decision you should take, and the person with an experience can tell us better. So it's always to have a good mentor in life, and I hope everyone finds one, and just hard work and do it.
Okay, thank you. So I am sure ये सारा जो video आप सुनेंगे, you will get lot of inputs from the life of Amrit. Amrit is a very humble chap, I told you. So he keeps on putting effort, typical effort oriented guy, and not thinking much here and there. Just believe in effort and keep on taking whatever comes in the life. So that is how he goes. But yes, sincerity and effort and hard work, that is how I can summarize the overall academic journey of Amrit. So Amrit, I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors in this country.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you will make India as well as this country proud with your effort, and your journey itself will be quite motivational for students. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you so much.